What's up, good people? It's your boy C. With From Boys to Gentlemen. Hey, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified anytime new content drops. And go ahead and hit us with the thumbs up for this video so you can let YouTube know that you love us. It's a movement, we moving, and we need you for that movement. What's up, good people? It's your boy C. With From Boys to Gentlemen. We're going to jump straight into our topic today, and our topic is self-sabotage. Yes, that can be a very uncomfortable topic, a very loaded topic, but what we want to do today is, number one, define what self-sabotage is, and two, let's get into some of the whys. Now, I want to be very specific. This is a reflective video. This is for you to take and really have that conversation with yourself, because if you ain't honest with you, you can't be honest with nobody else. So with self-sabotage, my definition that I'm offering is simply the mindsets and behaviors that you do that prohibit you from getting the success that you say that you want. And that becomes extremely difficult because you have opportunities that you don't really put your best foot forward on, or you have places where you know these few little things are disqualifying you, and you don't clear those up to make sure you have the ample opportunity to succeed in the way that you say that you want to. Notice I keep saying the word say, because oftentimes our mouth is portraying what's really in here and what's really in here. But with those things put out there, let me go into three main reasons for the why. Again, this is reflective. We're going to have this conversation. So you're going to be asking these questions to yourself to see if those are things that are impacting you in that way. So the first one is fear of success. I'm pretty sure you've already heard fear of failure, but there's often an equal, if not greater, fear of being successful. Now, what do I mean by that? Fear of success means oftentimes I am afraid that I will be held to that standard. If I mess around and get an A in class and I show that I'm actually intelligent, I'm terrified that the pressure and expectation will be set that I get the A's for the rest of the class. Now, that might not sound like much to you, but when you're in a place and that anxiety starts kicking in and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to maintain that success, it's easier for me to just stay at a lower place, because guess what? The expectations don't cost as much, and I don't have to worry about not being able to maintain something or it being difficult. So sometimes we'll stay on the curb because it's not fearful to fall off the curb. But when you start asking me to go up the steps or go up the ladder, the higher I go, I'm not just afraid of falling, of course, but I'm even more afraid of not being able to maintain that and then experience the fall down. So matching that fall with expectations often keeps us from making that step up. But again, that's something you have to be honest with yourself about, whether you're experiencing. Thing number two, and this might be the heavy hitter. I don't know who I'm gonna upset on this one, but I need you to hear me. Oftentimes we have a fear of leaving people that we care about behind. Personal example, I never really took academics seriously because my grandparents weren't academia people. They were brilliant. They were wisdom filled, but they didn't really focus. They couldn't help me with my homework past the 6th grade. They could read, they could write, they could do math, but when it came down into some of the deeper levels of math or social studies, I couldn't go to my grandparents and ask for help. And oftentimes, I felt like I was being disrespectful if I came and tried to even give the semblance of I'm more intelligent than them. So, you heard old folks say, you're getting too big for your britches. I didn't want to do that. So oftentimes I downplayed. I didn't take a real interest from an academia standpoint because I didn't want to be insulting to the people that I was surrounded in. Same thing when it came to friends. It wasn't popular to be super smart, but I wanted to fit in. So I would literally gauge what I was going to do on my test and gauge what I was going to do on my homework to determine what, B to high C grades I was going to get. And then if the pressure came to me, I would go out there and get whatever I needed to get. But the problem was I was afraid of being isolated and separated from the group. Anytime I started doing well, that's when teachers wanted to put me in AP classes. They wanted all these extra programs. And guess who wasn't there? my friends, the people that I wanted to associate with. So oftentimes the fear of leaving people behind will keep you from taking that job, keep you from taking those courses, keep you from putting yourself in an environment where you're not going to be able to bring them along. So that is one of the things, again, internally we have to address. Now, this last one, I don't want y'all mad at your people, but I want you to be honest. A lot of us are struggling with self-fulfilled prophecies. Well, we're going out there and don't even realize that we are literally going to be the things that somebody said we were going to be. So somebody told us we're going to be a failure. Somebody told us we couldn't do something. You're going to be just like your daddy. You ain't going to be nothing like your mama. Oh, you act just like your brother. All these different things that people say, whether it be in a hurt place or them just trying to keep you from superseding them. It often runs into a place where you begin to believe that, and it becomes a self-fulfilled prophecy. You may not ever let it come out your mouth, but in your head, man, I'm gonna be just, I can't do that. My daddy struggled with that, or I can't do that. My mama did this, or I'm no good at this. I can't do math. I'm not gonna be able to read. You say all these things internally, and it goes on an eternal loop. You no longer have to say it to yourself. You put yourself on autopilot for these negative self-fulfilled prophecies. Again, it takes time for you to recognize it, because guess what? Something can be repeated so much by other people that you begin to repeat it. Now you're repeating their statement in your own voice. And that can almost be like a prison, because you don't fight your own thoughts. You don't question your own thoughts. Those repeated thoughts become beliefs. And that's where the self-fulfilled prophecies come into place. And it's extremely dangerous. Now, it can go the other way, but right now we're addressing when those negative thoughts, those constant negative bombardments of negative thought comes into your mind, and you put it on repeat, and it becomes a self-fulfilled prophecy in your action. So reflective, look at those 3 things, and then we'll have the part 2 coming later on how we address it. But we can't take this the next step without taking this first step. So take your time. As always, the absence of a father doesn't equal the absence of responsibility. Someone or something is going to take its place, and we're from Boys and Gentlemen. We are focused. We're committed to filling that void. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all.